Oh, I didn't hit it hard enough.
Okay, so we got left shoulder, left side is feminine, okay? Yin receiving, yang going out, okay? If you actually stand and put your arms up and your feet are touching the ground, what happens is we talk about receiving energy in from the left, energy going out from the right. But to be accurate, it's more like an infinity, okay? You're reaching out to Father Sky, energy's touching there, coming back in to this side, goes through the heart, down the right leg, going into Mother Earth, then coming back out, coming in, and then back out. See how there's a figure 8, but it's still coming in both sides and going out, okay? So I just felt the need to say that. So if you're going to address this on a massage level or just on a mental emotional level, you can go here. I recommend them telling you where the pain is. And if they can't tell you specifically, then you can feel around, and if you're sensitive, you can find the spot. So Deborah, why don't you show me where it's hitting you the most, right? Can you show me?
You hit it.
I hit it? Okay. Usually you can kind of fall into it, the intuitive aspect. So it's right here. It is that upper trapezius, okay? So basically I'm holding it, and which meridian is the kidney again? Oops.
The kidney?
I just got to switch.
Would that be the kidney?
So kidney is this muscle. So I'm going to hold the point, and then I'm going to go to the kidney points. And I like to do these both at the same time because you can. So I'm holding right there where the pain is, and then I'm holding here.
With your thumb and your index finger, right?
It depends. Everything's a keyboard, and like Stephen said last time, what you really liked, it's basically like a touch screen. Mm-hmm. Literally, this is the screen, but it's also the keyboard at the same time.
No, down.
Okay, let me do it for a second.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
I mean, with thumb and index on the kidney.
Oh, yeah. But you can do it either way. This just feels more natural. And sometimes I'll just tap one side or the other. Usually, like if it's on the left side, I'm more than likely, if I was going to tap it, I would just go to the left side and tap that. Does that make sense? Because I'm trying to get the energy moving on this side. All the meridians are the same on both sides. The governing and conceptual that you ask about are center. There's only the center line for those. Other than that, you can tap either side for the meridian, okay? So I'm going to the kidney. I'm going to tune into this. I'm talking so much that I'm not tuning into her as much. So let me take a second. My right hand picks up more. So this is the way I am. So if I want to really find something, I'll use my right hand as like a Geiger counter, okay? Once I find it, I'm going to switch it because, again, I feel more with my right hand. And then I can go in here. And basically, I'm holding the tension area. And then I'm rubbing the meridian to move the energy. Does that make sense? Okay? So 0 to 10, what is your pain level right now?
Well, when you first started, it was like 6.
And what is it already?
Well, you couldn't even find it right then. So I say 2.
See, and it can really move fast too. Now, if you're a massage therapist and it's not within your spectrum to go into all the mental emotional stuff, then you may not want to go into this level of it. But I recommend, you can basically say, okay, Deborah, imagine this is your client. Deborah, this muscle here relates to kidneys, it relates to the feminine figure. This could be you, it could be somebody else. And then basically like we did earlier is like, all right, are you having an issue around the feminine? And she said yes, around her sister. So, and then we pinpointed that it might be the emotion guilt. So let's just say this. You can make up it. You can just make it up. Although I'm feeling guilty.
Although I'm feeling guilty.
Because I didn't help my sister. No, that's not it? Okay.
No, I helped her.
Okay. So what are you feeling? See you later, Marcia. So what are you feeling specifically?
I feel as if I have alienated her because of telling her about me. I helped her, and in the meantime told her about myself, and now I feel like I've alienated her, and I need to take care of emotions, and I don't need to do.
Okay, so, but when it comes back to you, not the other person, so who do you really feel you alienated?
Myself.
Right, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Although I feel like I alienated myself.
Although I feel like I have alienated myself.
From my sister.
From my sister.
From speaking my truth.
From speaking my truth.
I love and accept myself.
I love and accept myself.
Feel like I alienated my sister.
Feel like I alienated myself.
myself by speaking
by speaking
my truth.
my truth.
So, and this is also what? The throat chakra, right? It's self-expression.
Susan having a hard time saying it when she
Yeah.
tried
Yeah.
to say it.
So, okay, I'm trying to tell you what I'm doing. I was almost doing it mindlessly. I'm just following down that trapezius to the next point that gets my attention, and I'm holding it and doing the same thing. So simply finding the tension, working down, holding this point. Sometimes I'll rub the point, sometimes I'll rub here, sometimes I'll tap. I just let my mind do it. I'm almost mindless in the process. People can vouch for that.
You didn't hear any of that contraction, so.
Find this with your right hand.
Do what?
Find this with your right hand.
Okay.
Now, when you do this, and she clears it,
Mhm.
and she says, oh, no more pain and all that good stuff.
Right.
Okay, does that really clear it like forever, or
Well,
give
it-
her a couple more days and she goes into her mental thing about this?
It could, because if
and
this
she
is
brings it all back.
right, and this could be a deeper pattern. It just depends on how often you see somebody and how deep you can take it. For one thing, it could, I see on this, related to this, is she's taking on other people as a burden, their issues, where she doesn't need to, which would be a deeper issue that you want to address. Yeah, you'll clear with the sister, but if that's a deeper program that she's living her whole life by, of course she's going to repeat it, right? But the cool thing about this is consciousness, that whole term enlightenment, there's lots of misconceptions in New Age, and I think things get more confused than not with some concepts, like enlightenment. Enlightenment basically means like our mind is a dark room, okay? And light brings awareness to something. So if I'm in a dark room and I have a flashlight, I'm going to be aware of something. But if I've got a bigger and bigger light, I become more and more aware. Enlightenment is not the end of anything. Enlightenment is actually the beginning. So if she becomes aware of this issue, she'll be more conscious next time it comes up. So yeah, it may reoccur, but she'll be able to catch it next time more. Because the awareness has been brought, because we're actually talking about the deeper issue, not just like it's a shoulder, and it's not just a shoulder.
And because it came up on this end, then her subconscious will actually start bringing up more situations to bring the deeper one up.
That's a
back
possibility
up.
for sure, yeah.
Okay.
Donna brought up a good question. Once you bring something to an awareness, yeah, sometimes it will come up more and more. Once you completely clear it, then what happens is that pattern doesn't usually show up. But sometimes it needs to show up more and more for you to finally get it. Because the negativity in our life, there is no such thing as good or bad. Usually the negative things are the most positive things for us because they bring things to the surface that we're hiding. Yeah, issues come up because it's negative. If you didn't have anything happen in your life, you're not really, one level. You say one level. If not much is happening, you're not growing much.
When you're using the analogy about the light in the dark room,
Uh-huh.
even though there's a small light shining on a small area,
Mhm.
I kept seeing that small light actually becomes a bigger light.
Oh, yeah,
and a
it
bigger
does.
light, and a bigger light.
It
and a
does,
bigger light.
because what happens is once you start tapping this in, it's like when you see this on like movies around lawyers and things like that. Someone says, they're in a court, and one of the lawyers says something, the other one says objection. That's already gone into the consciousness. So whatever we're saying here and working with, it's going to be working, and that light's going to be growing bigger and bigger around that issue. And yeah, sometimes she'll draw some more issues to you to bring more issue to the surface, or in some cases, yeah, more light comes to it, or she's done with it based on where she hits with this.
Okay. Now you're hitting another, and that's it.
And now I'm seeing it kind of, instead of being points, I'm seeing it as kind of being the muscle overall. So I'm going to putting more fingers, and then I could just put my whole palm on it, and then I'm just working. So I'm not just massaging, I'm also doing the meridian point. So you're doing double the work. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now this is a massage move, but I'm also doing more than massage because I'm using the meridian.
And the crazy thing is, it's been happening, and until I started thinking about it and realizing what was happening, I didn't have any. There was nothing here for me. And then the other day I started talking about it. Well, she hasn't called me in a long time. I wonder what's going on. And then all of a sudden, it's like,
Right.
what do I need to do about it? What do I need to do about it?
So that's basically how you could address that. There's also stretching techniques Like for example, I could hold this and then slightly pull her head, which pulls the muscle, by isolating the muscle and then pulling this way. But we're going to keep it simple with the kidney points. So we'll leave it there for now. Thank you.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Just hit movie again.